Do I look like Jesus? Press play.
They are proud.
They've invested so much.
Yeah.
World Cup.
All right, so usual suspects now in camp. A nice one. So we look forward to them performing.
And we hope that they win.
That's the most
It's important that they win.
ultimate desire. Now, after its cancellation last year due to the coronavirus pandemic, the 50th playing of the WTA finals begins this week. A brand new venue for one special edition only in Guadalajara in Mexico. However, it's not just the venue that is new. 6 of the 8 players have qualified for the tournament for the first time, and with the withdrawal of world number 1 and defending champion Ashley Barty, there's certain to be a new champion come next Wednesday. We're talking about the WTA finals, bringing on a new venue, new faces, with new champion guaranteed.
Yes, so nobody here has ever won it. And I mean, it just tells a story that 6 of the women that qualified for this tournament are coming in for their very first time.
Yeah.
So it gives the opportunity. I think only Muguruza and Pliskova have played in this tournament before, but I mean, they've never won it. So the lineup goes Igor Swiatek, Barbara Krejcikova, Aria Sabalenka, Maria Sakkari, Karolina Pliskova, Gabine Muguruza, Agnieszka Kontaveit, and Paula Badosa. So those are the 8 women that are going to compete this week. It starts today. Sorry, tonight, because it's Mexico.
Okay.
So you know the American time. So it starts tonight. The first match starts tonight, and so these are the 8 contestants. So nobody has ever won it. So definitely a new champion guaranteed. But these women that have made the list, barring Ons Jabeur of Tunisia, who had to pull out because of injury, these are the most informed women so far on the tour, and not just on the tour all year, but especially in the last few weeks, because players like Anna Kontaveit and Paula Badosa just qualified only 2 weeks ago. Remember when Kontaveit had to win 4 tournaments just to make it into the narrow gap? So yes, so these are the most informed players. So expect brilliant tennis. And I think this is the tennis that Naomi Osaka saw and said, you know what, I'm coming back to the tennis. It's okay. I'm not doing it again. I will come back and play my tennis, because the tour, if you're out of the tour for just a few weeks, it can be hard. Imagine if you've been out of tour for months.
Yeah.
By the time you come back, you don't even know the name of the person that is beating you.
Or you forget the rules.
Or you forget the rules. So really exciting week this week in Guadalajara for the women. We can't wait to find out. For the men though, the next gen tournament is already going on now. The next gen tournament is for players under 21 who have had a fantastic season. So for me, I don't really have any favorites in that. I'm just waiting for the ATP World Finals to come in. Let me see what Medvedev and Sasha Zverev and Tsitsipas can
Of
do.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, so let's move from from tennis to basketball.
Yeah.
The NBA announced on Tuesday that reigning MVP Nikola Jokic has been suspended 1 game without pay for forcefully shoving Miami Heat forward Markieff Morris to the floor from behind during Monday night's Nuggets Heat game. Jokic was responding to what he felt was a cheap shot from Morris a few seconds earlier.
Okay, so this one caused wahala all the way to the village. Let me not
Really?
Yes. So as usual, Miami Heat was playing Denver Nuggets, and so remember. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Let me build up this story. Remember when I told you people, was it on Monday or last week? It was last week, about the take fouls, that they're going to try and stop all those fouls that people give because of fast breaks.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so there is a play that's happening on the other end. Miami Heat tried to score. Nikola Jokic is at the rim, and he stops the boy from scoring, then gets the rebound, and he's now moving with the ball. The clock is running down. Ideally, what teams like to do is that they do a take foul, which is basically just try and stop you from shooting, so that they give the referee blows the whistle and stops the play. Some teams do it so that they can set up their defense. Some teams do it because they know that the player cannot shoot free throws, so they try to stop you. Now, the foul does not need to be anything dramatic. It can be that they just slap your wrist. It can be that they just hug you. but basically they have impeded your movement.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Now, Markieff Morris, Nikola Jokic is about to throw the ball up. Morris uses his elbow and hits him in the body to stop him. So he hits him in the body, and Nikola Jokic reacted like he want to be like, why would you play me dirty? And so he shoves him in the back and he falls. Of course, that's a flagrant foul. He's going to be ejected. But the referees were not going to review that Morris's play before. They just thought it was a take foul. But upon review, they saw what I saw the first time, which was it was dirty play. So they also eventually ejected Morris. However, the NBA, of course, has come out to suspend Jokic for one game because of he was not supposed to retaliate. But for me, my annoyance was that they suspended him, but they only fined Morris, who also played dirty. Now, Morris also happened to miss yesterday's game because when Jokic hit him, his head actually jerked back, which is why you shouldn't be picking up people bigger than you. Anyways, so that happens, and then Morris's brother goes on the internet and now says that that Jokic hit his brother when his brother's back was turned. No, darling, your brother hit somebody, played dirty on somebody, and ran away like a little girl. They are going to beat him. They are going to hit him wherever they hit him. I'm sorry. So he runs away. So that's why Jokic hits in the back. If he was standing in front, Jokic will hit him in the front. Stop making it look like your brother was brave and the other guy was a coward. Your brother was even cowardly in the first place. So he says that. And then Jokic's brother, you have to see, Nikola Jokic has two brothers. Nikola Jokic is 6'9". He's a big 6'9", about 200.
6'9".
Yeah, that's still short in the NBA. But 6'9", they're people
doesn't
taller.
need to
That's what I
jump
mean.
so
Yeah,
high.
they're people taller than him. That's what I'm saying. That's about short in the NBA. He's 6'9", about 260, 270 kg. So he's not a small guy. He has two brothers that are slightly bigger than him. Of the three brothers, Nikola Jokic is the smaller one.
Really?
So those two brothers now come out and say, hey, you better leave the game to end on the court. Because if you bring it out here, if you threaten my brother, we will come and address you. Then Morris's brother is on the internet saying, don't worry, you've tagged the right guys. I said, Oga, what is wrong with you? You are trying people from Eastern Europe. You don't do that kind of. They will deck you. You don't want to do that. If you see Jokic's brothers, how big they are, and then you have to understand, Markieff Morris is like 6'6". So imagine So the reason why he had that whiplash that made him not to play the next game was when Jokic hit him. Like I said, his head went back. Almost like somebody hit you from the back in a car. He had a mad whiplash. He couldn't play the next game. So if he, the smaller of the brothers, did that to your brother, who is an athlete and in the NBA, can you imagine what his older brothers will do to him? You don't want to play this anyway. So they took it off the court and they were on Twitter yesterday. Everybody was just like, you know what? Don't be doing these things with. He's from Serbia. You don't want to be messing with those people because people were saying, you know how it is. It now becomes a thing of Americans and Americans and Europeans. So the Americans are like, this our hood. We're going to say, you will know whose hood it is.
You should know when to surrender.
But it was a huge deal for me. I think the thing is they should have suspended both players because that was dirty play. Can't be hitting somebody in the torso when he's about to throw the ball. But Jokic actually apologized. He said he shouldn't have reacted that way. That it was just that they played him dirty. So
he mentioned
that they played dirty at him. So in the heat of the moment, he reacted that way. So he apologized for his behavior. And again, he's one of the sweet guys. He's a gentle giant. Those his brothers, I will look for their pictures and show you. They don't smile. Those his brothers will take you down. So we are going to look for their pictures now. Those his brothers will take you down. So don't mess with them, but they're fighting. So the two athletes involved were fighting. And then the team that Jokic should come out. I said, if he comes out, what will you do? You put between you put 12. I said, why you put behaving like little boy? I'm saying, yeah, come out after school. I'm saying, yeah, come out after school. What are you doing that for? But the NBA also fined Jimmy Butler because he was the head of the gang that was saying, "Oh yeah, come outside. Oh yeah, come outside." Yeah, they also fined him $30,000. So
that's why I didn't pay.
catch me outside.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, catch me outside. Paid the NBA.
Right, of course. Right,
All right, let's go on a break. And
okay.
don't forget for our halftime crew, we have definitely going to be talking on YouTube during the halftime show. Stay tuned.
Okay. So now let me show you Nikola Jokic's brothers.
I've found it.
Okay. Yes.
They even have a picture of them saying NBA fans be acting your Jokic brothers versus Morris brothers.
I'm telling you, you need to see how big those guys are. You now want to try
Can you
them. Those are his brothers. Look at his
Which one? Where is brothers?
They don't want to fight this one. In fact, there was a picture that they were shirtless and they went on a. They went to. Let me just take a picture of the brothers. You come and be trying them. Those guys will deck you. You will know that time. So it became a European thing, and I was just hoping it doesn't get into race.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, you'd have in some places.
Yes.
Maybe we just didn't see. There's no how.
Because that one, I'll just be like, this one is not racism. You look for trouble.
He says no racism.
No, it's not
for
racism.
trouble.
You look for
You're
trouble.
right, Cha.
These are his brothers. Wait.
No.
These are his brothers. He's the smallest one. He's the sweetest one.
Yeah, you can even see. You can actually see from even his body posture that he's actually a gentle
I'm
guy.
looking for their face. Because I know I have a picture of their faces. So that you see that they are not smiling brothers.
Oh, PJ, I'm so happy for him.
Who?
PJ. That's a PJ.
Oh yeah. Who announced that?
Viola Davis posted about
Okay.
he's been included in
Well, let me read
Who is
it.
PJ?
Pastor
Jimmy Odika.
Jimmy Odika.
Oh, he's a pastor.
Yeah, he is.
I just think he's a great actor.
Yeah, he is a great actor.
I don't know anything else about him.
Yeah,
Those songs are really good. That's how I know I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, now that's Pastor Bimbo's children are bigger than I am.
Honestly, I feel like you shouldn't have announced it today.
Right?
I think it's very insensitive.
Yeah.
Was it Viola Davis that announced it?
No,
No,
I mean,
it's on his
posted
page.
it on his page. I mean, just allow a day now.
Yeah.
Respect the.
Let me see what he did.
No, you know his father.
No, I know.
The first
No,
person
but he did. Is
he
it
did.
okay?
He posted it.
He said
The first person that even did the first thing in the morning was his sister. I was just like, you people
But
should
see what
come.
he said. The timing of this
Doesn't
is
matter.
crazy. It has a way
Would
of
one
matters.
day why are we so internet crazy? Him announcing it tomorrow or even in 2 days, how would he reduce the impact?
But yesterday, my heart almost fell out.
Yes, no. If it was, God forbid, it was one of their family members, would he be posting anything like this? He won't now. I feel like I was so annoyed with them, like, guys,
Oh, I didn't even sit down. I didn't even look at their page or any of the stuff.
guys, you need to
Oh, the sisters are posting something else?
Eh?
They were posting all that stuff?
No, the sister put it on her sister on her main page.
This
She
same
posted, that see God. I'm like, guys, even myself, I stopped posting. It's like, don't be. I'm sure they'll come under fire
Even
for
if they
that.
didn't like the woman, please just.
I feel like they're not bothered.
These are the
Oh.
This is the chest of the man you want to try.
Even the tattoo on his body.
Do you understand? He's not playing basketball. Oh. This is just him on a normal day. That's the guy you want to try. He will deck you. Deck you.
Deck you
This is our hood. Our hood call. You will know who has hood. Nicholas, he's actually the sweet one. He was like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't have made the play. I was just looking at him like, They hit you one small hit. You had whiplash. and you could tell that. So Nicola had rushed at the guy. Then when he got to the guy, he knew he shouldn't throw his feet, so he threw a shoulder. But do you understand? He even still hesitated. It's the shoulder that he threw. You have whiplash. You can imagine if he did
If
like
he
He
this.
decked you
his
properly.
entire weight. Okay, welcome back, guys.
Let's go.
You just pass out.
Smooth 98.1, you heard that? It's Love Music, Love Life. It's still the Locker Room 981 here, and we are talking sports.
Yes, we are. My name is Valentine.
I'm Mairo-Ese.
Tega Onojaife. Tega Supreme. 21 minutes past 9 o'clock. Let's move on to the next story. Actually, messages very
Yeah.
quickly. Davis from Ikoyi says, "Good morning, Smooth FM. Please, Tega, Liberia's move to Morocco is funny. Yes, agreed. Nigeria somehow don't play well in the north, likely due to the cold weather. But do the Liberians excel better? Why take your opponents to a place you will also struggle to play unless you have a hidden juju agenda?"
Dr. Davis,
Oh, wow.
it's not just the size.
Now, Barcelona presented Xavi Hernandez as their new head coach in front of thousands of fans at the new camp on Monday. The 41-year-old Barca great signed his contract, which runs until 2024, on the pitch alongside club president Joan Laporta. "Thank you all," he said. "I don't want to get emotional, but I am. I feel goosebumps." Xavi was quoted as saying this to the fans. "This is the biggest club in the world, and I'm going to work hard to reach your expectations. Barcelona can't accept a draw or a defeat. We have to win all the games."
Okay, I like the way Xavi is talking. He thinks he's still, he has forgotten that he's not getting on the pitch anymore to wave his magic wand.
Right.
But yeah, he's been announced as the new coach, and sometimes this thing has happened that a club legend comes back and is able to inspire the team and get the team to perform better. However, the problem with Barcelona is a whole lot more than just coaching, and that is where his own story lies. What they have to do in the transfer market, the injuries that they have, the quality of players that are left at the club. It's just not the kind of team that even if you had a great coach per se, he's going to somehow conjure up results. But this is my opinion. So this is the story we are going to open the phone lines for. Let's talk Barcelona and Xavi Hernandez. How do you think this is going to fare? So the numbers to call are
0144899981.
again
0144899981.
So remember to call me on those numbers or call us on those numbers and tell us what your thoughts are on Xavi Hernandez being the new coach of Barcelona and how you think that's going to end up. Will it be a Frank Lampard ending or is it Zidane with a UEFA Champions League ending? Let's take some
Let's
calls.
take some calls. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Welcome, Sam. So what's your prediction?
It's not going to end badly for Xavi. It may not so end so well, you understand, being so successful, but then I don't think it's going to end badly for him, understanding that he's very, very accustomed to Camp Nou, and he also has a good understanding of how the La Liga operates in terms of complexity and structure. Does he have enough experience? Maybe, right? But then, in terms of understanding and knowing how to manage games, considering the decline of the league and the decline that enables it, I think it's going to fare well, better than Frank Lampard said, honestly speaking. So, and if you pay attention to Xavi, he doesn't really talk much during the unveiling. It's just normal to boost confidence and and assure the supporters that he's going to push him very well. I'm happy about the appointment, and I hope that he does very well.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we're still taking those numbers. Call the numbers again, Ayo.
0144899981.
So call us and tell us what your thoughts are on Xavi Hernandez becoming coach of Barcelona.
All right, we have this one coming through. Hello.
Good morning.
I lost it.
Became shy after him.
Okay.
All right, Onoche has a comment for us. Says there is a Lampard and OGS for Xavi to see. You sabi play, no mean say you go sabi coach. Their dragging is not over. Winning and winning is easy to say.
Okay, so we'll be taking more of those comments and the phone calls. If you call, just try to reach us. If you fail, try again.
Yeah.
To call us, and we'll be taking your calls. Let's take this one from Tayo.
All right, Tyler from Aja says all these clubs going back to their ex like this and talk of DNA. Well, time will tell if it's an Ole or Zidane.
All right, so Emil Smith Rowe had talking about going back to your ex or going back or calling up an Arsenal defender for the first time. Emil Smith Rowe has been called up to the England senior men's squad for the first time. Arsenal's 21-year-old attacking midfielder joined the England squad at St. George's Park on Monday ahead of the forthcoming World Cup qualifiers against Albania and San Marino.
Yeah, so good news for Emil Smith Rowe. He's knuckled down and he's finally been called. I think at the end of his last game, he was asked where he would prefer to go. He said, you know what, if they just call me for England, whether it's under 21, whether it's senior team, I'm ready to go. So he was actually called for under 21 team because he's still 21, so he can feature for them. However, he was called, but the superior boss, Gareth Southgate, just said, you know what, I need him. So he upgraded his team, yes, from economy to first class. So Smith Rowe is now with the senior team, gets to play with Bukayo Saka, who is younger but made the cut a lot earlier. I don't know that this is the guy that they will take to the World Cup. Part of the reason why he even had the opportunity is that there's a few injuries to the English side. I don't know that if the England squad has their full options of other players, Emil Smith Rowe will make the list. However, this is opportunity for him to make the coach know him. Get on the pitch, do the work, and when they are carrying alternates, at least your name will be on the cutoff list.
Yeah.
If you don't make the cutoff, if somebody picks up an injury, then you can go. But if you don't do anything, if you don't take advantage of the opportunity, then you don't get it. But congratulations to him. He's played very well.
Yeah.
I like to see this where you've had a good season and then you're eventually rewarded with a call up for the national team. It's not out of place. He'll be called up into many teams. I don't want anybody to say it's because it's England they call everybody. No, he'll be called up to many teams. So if
I was
you
going
had
to ask that, do you think he needs to give Arteta some more part of the money or kudos for being called up?
why will they give Arteta? Is he not playing? Are they not paying him money in Arsenal?
Exactly, why?
They're paying him money. It's like you pass your wire, you went to give your teacher money.
Yes,
Didn't
so you reward your teacher.
I don't
Yes,
give
I
my
don't
teacher
pay
any
him
money.
salary.
I don't pay any salary.
Yes,
His job is to teach. My own is to
Just
write the
like
exam and pass.
Now, Steven Gerrard and Roberto Martinez are on Aston Villa's shortlist of possible replacement for Dean Smith. Villa are expected to speak to at least 5 or following a run of 5 straight Premier League defeats.
Yes, for Martinez, I don't know. I mean, his name has been bandied about a lot. His name was also mentioned when Tottenham were looking for him, and now his name is mentioned when Aston Villa is looking for a manager. Soon, if Burnley fires their coach, his name will be mentioned. And look, I know Martinez hasn't done for me. I never thought much of Roberto Martinez, and I think that with a different manager, maybe Belgium would have won 1 or 2 titles. I kid you not. I have a strong belief that one of the reasons Belgium is not winning is not because the golden generation has refused to lay a golden egg. It's also that Roberto Martinez is their manager. I just think they could have fared better under a different guy. So in my opinion, he's not one of the greatest coaches. However, it's Aston Villa. What are their ambitions really? So Martinez will not do them badly. But Steven Gerrard would also be looking to move to England. He's done very well in Scotland. Time to move to the bigger leagues. Of course, I've also heard that Frank Lampard's name has been mentioned. So we wait to see how this goes. Lampard is looking for work.
Exactly. And let's take some comment. MI says, this model of bringing ex-players to become coaches is one that I'm still giving side-eye. With notable exceptions like Zinedine Zidane, not many have impressed. Ask Manchester United fans who are still having PTSD. Ole. Beyond the feel-good factor and legend status, his ultimate test will be results on the pitch. True?
That's right. And Tyler from Aja says, if Smith Rowe doesn't score against San Marino, we'll sue him for negligence.
Emeka from Amowo says the expectations from Xavi on the players are quite high considering the players he has. Look at Arteta. He thought he could immediately transfer Arsenal to Manchester City the first day he came. When reality dawned on him, he quickly adjusted. He should remember there's no Messi, Ronaldinho or Eto'o in his team, so he better adjust.
All right. And this one from Celeste says, for Barca, what's the worst that could happen? Rookie come, rookie go.
Barracks remain.
If Xavi does not get the budget, he will fail. Full of woe.
Tyre says with Igalo's addition, I hope Raw doesn't say he has a young squad. All right, that's all we can take. Thank you all so much for always giving us a great show. Yeah, it's you make the show, and we're grateful. Tega, fantastic as always. Tega is at Tega Supreme on all social media platforms, and you can find her
at LIS International to follow her work with the ladies in sports.
All right, we continue with some great music here on Smooth 98.1. Love music.
Love life.
Sporting World